Hey there everyone, welcome back to All of Fabric 6. Just hanging out here with my friends at the windmill, testing my metal because today I'm going to try something a little bit harder. We're pretty far into the season and we still haven't taken on any serious challenge yet. So I reckon today's a good day to do that, and we're going to fight the Gaia boss in Botania. Right, so the book tells us that the Ritual of Gaia is a trial often undertaken by elves, and it yields Gaia spirits, which is what we need to get all that endgame stuff. Standard gear is Elementium armor, well, we're wearing Terra Steel, and a bunch of brews and trinkets. But rather than do all that in Botania, I'm actually going to push a little bit further into Spectrum and hopefully unlock some cool stuff there. That's the thing with Spectrum though, it's really hard to plan out an episode because you don't really know what's coming next. But we have already unlocked the potion workshop, so at least we can for sure say we'll get some potions ready. Oh my god! Oh no! What is going on? That's quite the chain reaction. It scared the absolute crap out of me. Well, if we could survive that blast, I'm hoping we're going to be okay. How well dressed this one is. You, sir, are very regal. Right, let's start off by checking these barrels, which are 12. Okay, I forget what we put in there, but I think we've got some old kimchi in these ones. I did it such a long time ago. The barrel, ew, okay, that one was no good. This has some kimchi. Alright, this kimchi seemed to have lasted. With nothing inside. Okay. I wanted to have a quick look at these titration barrels because you can make kind of stat boosting beverages which take a really long amount of time. Like this one says it takes at least 4 real life hours. Don't worry, you won't miss anything. If you are old enough to consume alcohol in your country, you can press the button below. I am a big boy indeed. And because these recipes take so much time, like these ones take 4 real life hours, 1 real life day. So 1 real life day is, I guess, 72 Minecraft days. Yeah, 4 hours is 12 days, yeah. A few more real life days. So I think what I'll do is I'll make all the things that take 4 real life hours. Anything longer is just a bit too much for us right now. And we'll leave them to brew while we have a look at making the potions. All right, 6 titration barrels, 6 recipes. Let's get to work. Alright, let's give these things time to mature. And I think maybe what I want to do is get myself a bottle of Phaline. Your first step towards changing the world. Empowered by the potent energy of your onyx and stratine, this second organism you created is clearly more active than your last creation, and definitely hungrier. Way hungrier. I don't like the sound of that. Maybe one of the sturdiest materials you know can satisfy their hunger. Alright, not at all scary. Pretty basic recipe. Okay, so the Phaline blob, just like with the last guy, the fading, this thing eats up anything organic around it. This one sounds like maybe it eats up bedrock. I mean, I'm not sure what the hardest of the hard is. And that'll get us access to this stuff, whatever it is. Obsidian. Oh my god, that obsidian. Clearly it eats obsidian. This is called Neolith. And look at that. Almost got me there. So we got to feed it obsidian. Well, let's put this thing down then and see what it looks like. And it wants to eat hard things. We got plenty of obsidian. I mean, we should just try it out with other things first, actually. Will you eat... Let's see. Will it... Oh, there we go. It already ate the obsidian super quick. And that gets us Neolith. What? That's another fail in, but it doesn't drop anything? Oh, okay. So it looks like it does convert other blocks, but it doesn't. But when they convert, it doesn't, well, at least it didn't that time, give you this neolith stuff. That unlocked this new chapter in our main kind of journey quest called the Perfect Compound. Best to make sure your shrine, everything around it is fortified. Oh, that sounds too risky. We'll do that another time. Yeah, so I don't think this guy drops anything. Oh, what the hell? Inverted blocks below it. I don't want it to spread. Oh no. This one will drop the goodies. There. But this one never will. Okay. It's even got a different texture. It indicates it's not going to drop anything. Alrighty. I wonder if it works with Crine Obsidian. Let's put a layer of Crine on top. Oh, needless to say, spoilers ahead. We've done this dance before. Spectrum is a mysterious mod that gives you lots of hints on what to do next. Like, it doesn't just spell it out for you. And, well, watching me do it is probably as close to spelling it out as you can get, because I'll literally be telling you how I did things. So, yeah, look away now if you don't like spoilers. Go play it for yourself and then come back and watch this. I don't know. Basically, do what you want. Just going through all the cool things that it's unlocked for us to see what's new. But it looks like what we need to do next is craft ourselves one of these liquid buckets or liquid crystal buckets. And you can craft them here in the pedestal, or you can just craft it at a potion workshop. So yeah, let's let this thing spread and we'll craft up. Yeah, we'll craft up a potion. Do we have a potion workshop? Not yet. You know what? I actually want 2 of those. Have you been coping, my friend? Have you spread? You have spread to the Crine Obsidian. Let's see, that gave us 3. Okay, so if I had to guess, I would say that it looks like the Crine Obsidian gives you 3 of them, whereas the regular Obsidians just give you, that's 3 of these neoliths, whereas the regular Obsidians just give you 1 or 2. So if you got a bunch of Crine Obsidian, may as well use that instead. Now these things I don't believe require... I don't believe they require structures. Yeah, they don't. Right, you can harvest these things with shears, these mermaid's brushes. So we've only got, in all this time, we've only got 4 mermaid gems, which ain't good. That's not a lot. But if we can pick up one of the plants and take it home with us, then maybe we can just set up a little farm. Aha! Somewhere here. Here it is. And they just require being sheared. Yeah. Maybe if we just plant them there, they might be able to... We'll just pick them up as we walk by. We can possibly set up a black hole chest here in the future, but we haven't got many of these Stratine gems. In fact, we've just got the 1. So I'll save that in case we need it. Yellow, pink, and shimmer stone. Oh, and a bucket, probably. Right, what are these things here? Something. That's our bucket of liquid crystals. Combining it with various other liquids results in all kinds of weird-looking materials to form. Best to try it in the nether too. Letting liquid crystal collide with mud created clay. Surely there are other combos to discover. Say what? Does that mean that any of these buckets, I guess that flow, have a chance of making conversions? Let's test this out then. Does milk flow? No, milk obviously doesn't flow. Don't be ridiculous. Sugar water? Sugar water definitely flows. All right, we're learning a lot here. Right, well, if we set it up so that liquid crystal flows, always flows down, what happens when these different liquids make collisions? So water. Oh no, I didn't mean to change the source block. Water turned it all into calcite, and it turned the source block into frostbite. As water tried to flow to a full block of liquid crystal, the crystal turned solid. Since even a light touch is enough to give you a cold shiver, you called it frostbite. And you crush it to get that stuff. Let's try it again without being so silly this time. And what about sugar water? Okay, so sugar water gives us the same as regular water, I think. What did I do? What did I pick up? What happens when you submerge yourself in a combination of all you've learnt so far? Did I? I mean, I guess I did. Honey? Honey turned into glycerine honey. I mean, you could make farms out of this. Right, fuels calcite. Liquid XP. Nothing. And finally lava. Deep slate. Right, before we sacrifice our liquid source there, let's see if we can't make an infinite liquid crystal. I mean, I doubt it. It seems unlikely, right? There. No. Sadly not. All right, so what happens when we pour lava on top of our source block here? Blazing crystal. It makes fiery powder. Right, so obviously my next question is, what do these things look like? And what do they do? Nothing? Okay, we can use that one to make this random teleportation potion and one to make ascension, which doesn't look like we're anywhere near being able to make yet. Right, well, experimenting is fun. Unfortunately, got a few limitations here. Only 150 of each of these pigments. I was hoping I'd have more by now. The only real way to make them, besides this kind of cheaty hopper botany pot way, the only real way to make them is crushing the logs. No shortage of logs. All these barrels are full. In fact, we're just junking everything at the moment. But sadly, yeah, we don't have time to create today, as well as Botania and Spectrum, so let's leave that for another time. Oh, this is what I meant by mud. These are all the buckets. In Spectrum, you've got something called Midnight Solution. Nada, no recipe for it. But 2 dirt and the mermaid's thing gives you mud. Oh, one of them is a coarse dirt. What happens this time? Get some mud coming in. Does that make... I mean, that's a clay farm. I mean, that's a very easy clay farm. So I got to thinking, the kind of basic materials in Spectrum, we've got mermaids, gems coming from them. We've got these things called clovers, which somehow I've only got one of. One. That's it. Growing in plains and other green biomes that are sprouting with life. That is today your lucky day. And surely you can bone meal them, right? If they're plantable. Clover. Yeah, there's one over there. Oh my god. A 4-leaf clover. I knew there was a lucky one. When it says is today your lucky day, indeed it is. This tiny sign of luck could come in handy. Just the one though. Which reminds me, bone meal is a joke when compared to your new gadget, Nature's Staff. Uses vegetal to grow all sorts of plants. Oh. Let's try that with the clover then. Sounds just like the prelude to Final Fantasy. You guys know what I'm talking about. We got 3 of the clovers now. Okay, at least we have ways of renewing that. Right, so I was saying that these things will have infinite color sooner or later once these things start getting crushed. And that'll give us infinite supply of all the pigments that we're going to need. As you can see here, a while ago we unlocked this thing, being picky. Some color related thing. You see it's got all the basics in there. Which to me looks like this thing here, the color picker, which converts your pigment into pure ink. We've been sitting on pigment for ages now. So it's probably time we got to work making something which we could have made ages ago. For now, let's just put that here. New recipes, jetpack, quest advanced, new form of energy, and you see we've unlocked the jetpack. Oh my god. Of course, there's this diesel jetpack, which maybe we're close enough to making. Yeah, we could probably make that, but we haven't got any diesel fuel to run it. Or we can make a backpack, which we will, from Spectrum jetpacks and a gemstone backpack. It uses purple ink to soar high into the air. It's the first in a series of jetpacks. We'll make this one. That means that we've got to play with ink here. and any color it looks like. So we'll choose the best one. It goes in the back slot. Oh, unfortunately, it takes it the spot of our backpack. There it is. That looks pretty sick. Toggle and hover, it's delete and insert. Ah, that's pretty handy. And do I just fill it with ink like this? I do. Look at me figuring things out. So it looks like there's two different ways to store your ink. You can store it in an ink flask and store up to 400,000 of a single type, or you can store it in an assortment thingy, smaller vials, and just 6,000 of each one. Well, that's the one for us then. This will make us the ink assortment. Let's try this out. Okay, so it's not doing anything when I'm running around because I've got toggled off. You toggle it on, and you got flight. We're not going to land too safe though, are we? Oops. Or there's hovering. This could come in handy. It is gorgeous. It's really nice sparkles and stuff. The ink's depleting a bit too fast for me there. But it does say it's first in a series of jetpacks. So maybe perfect way to get started with your new invention. All right, maybe we're a bit too late game for it now. I'm actually just going to keep my backpack in that slot for the time being. The silly noises this thing always makes. Right, so that unlocked for us a state-of-the-art blast furnace, which consumes orange ink to smelt ores and the like. Well, in that case, this can be for another time, because that's just going to get in the way of making potions. Ooh, finally this thing decided to be quiet. So we've got a stack of each of the pigments in there, but slightly more with purple. And that gives us 3.2 thousand of each ink. So this thing can store 2 stacks of each of the pigments. And it said this thing has a new ability now, paint slinging. The surface that the projectile hits will be painted as long as the block there can absorb the paint. Ooh. Oh my god. Aye! And didn't it say paint a mob to death? Where are those creepers gone? Thankfully, it doesn't seem to do any damage to my stuff. That used up quite a bit of ink. Not really a viable weapon anyway. All right, no more delay. On to making these potions. Now, it said there's these things called reagents, which do things like increase the duration. I'm guessing that's what these things here are. 3 reagent spots, it looks like. Greatly increases potency of all negative effects. That's the quitoxic powder. I won't go through them all. You can read it yourself if you like. Having a bit of a flick through the book there. These are the 4 reagents I want to test out. And they do doubles the duration, always good. Flat increase in potency. A slight multiplicative potency bonus. And it doubles the potion's duration at the cost of potency. So let's start off with a bit of a test. We'll play around with making strength. So let's try more duration, flat increase on the stats, and vegetal, which was doubles the duration. Now, I think if it's anything like the regular enchanting, 1 item will be consumed to make 3 bottles, right? Yes. Ooh, paralyzed and luck potions. Okay, so that gave us strength 3. Excuse me. Mining fatigue, haste. All right. What if we swap out the glowstone? I suspect that citrine powder is better than glowstone. And we got strength 3, basically the same. One final test. Strength 5, but for much less time. So there is this thing here called a lesser potion pendant, and I think Botania has something similar as well, which basically, according to this book, you craft and then you put in here, right there where the glass bottles would normally go, and then you have that effect permanently. Apparently this fanciful pendant is only used here. Yeah, it's just a base ingredient. That is this. Be patient. You gotta be patient in this game. Gimme, gimme, gimme. There it is. The pendant. Well, we've got to put something on it first. So we've got all these potions here now. Bunch of strength, luck, haste, which we don't so much want for the mining increase. We want it for the attack speed increase. Just regular old speed, saturation, so you don't have to eat, and regen. Seeing as we're mostly a builder, none of that stuff's too handy. Like, haste is cool and all, but I don't really need help mining. I'm already pretty quick. Mining takes no time at all. So I'm not sure that's the one. These other ones, I don't need to be permanently strong. I don't need to be permanently saturated. I mean, that might just completely nullify eating, which is a bit boring. Or regen all the time. I think I'm actually going to get a luck on there. That also works because luck is super expensive. It'll only be luck 3, but luck, I mean, we don't have any more of these 4-leaf clovers, so. Ah! Oh, it went in there. I got scared. And now we permanently have luck. Don't ask me what it does, but it's permanent. I think what we should do now, we could, of course, progress further down those ways, but I think what we want to do is next level enchanting. That lets you upgrade books, create. You don't actually consume books when you use them. And it looks like that. Right, well, seeing as a lot of the best real estate's already taken, maybe we sneak it up here, I think. And if you hadn't seen it before, a lot of Spectrum multi-builds have this visualize tool here. So you click it, and you can just kind of see it, and right-click it on the block to pin it there so you can have a bit of a fly around. I think this here might be our best bet. This is a nice little spot. And the enchanter. Now it looks like this is all up and running, but I believe you need to pour liquid on top of these. See that 216? Yeah, that's it. These are little pools down here, right, to hold it. There it is. So noisy. Right, so you put things in the bowls, and then you put the item you want enchanted in the middle here, but it also takes experience from this thing, a knowledge gem, which isn't too hard. 4 green and 4 purple pigments. And you can enchant it with efficiency and quick charge. Interesting. Yeah. Way too slow. Interestingly enough, you can't enchant it the regular way, but only this way. In that case, we've got an efficiency 5 and a quick charge. Guess we just put them anywhere. This gem has experience on it, and we're going to enchant this one with those 2 books. So there it is, hiding up there. And let's see if this works. Oh, we've got a whole bunch of new enchants coming in. Then all we have to do is get all those cool enchants, or the ones that look good at least, onto our tools, and we'll be ready to fight. We're definitely going to have to speed this thing up as well. Take that. That has got a lot. However many zeros that is. But look how much faster that is. Oh, that's a dream. We can take our books back. Nothing lost. Okay, so we got we can get a better fishing rod. An enchant that can slow mining down. Look, I think what we're going to do is get a bunch of really cool enchants on here. And the ones that I like, tight grip, so you can swing faster. I'll demonstrate with another sword. That kind of recharge bar, it's quicker. So you'll be able to spam more. First strike, so enemies you hit with full health will take more damage. Clover's Favor is maybe a better form of looting. And yeah, improved crit. Yeah, we've already got really amazing armor here, so let's just upgrade our sword with those 4 cool enchantments, and then we'll go fight ourselves our first serious boss. All right, let's just pour a bunch of levels into this thing. I have no idea how much it's going to need. And then we'll make the books, and then we'll upgrade the books, and then we'll apply the books. Yeah, I did. Now we can speed this thing up by putting a thingamajiggy there. So 4 crafting accelerators. Just drop on the required colors. And then opposite corner to that one. We've given it the gem. We'll give it a book. Maybe I've got these backwards. Yes. Right, so on top of there is the book, Favors Clover. But you can actually upgrade books again using the same color pigment that you used to make the thing. But each time it gets more expensive, so I believe I'm going to take 4 this time, 4 of the blue pigments to upgrade it. Yep, and that's the biggest one we can do. So Clover's Favor, tick. All right, and here's the fun part. If we put on all the books that we want, if we put those 4 books on there and give our Terrorblade, bestow upon me this gift, keep it gumming. But it should give our Terrorblade all those enchantments without us having to worry about losing these books. Could this be it? Unbreaking, Smite, Looting, First Strike, Improved Critical, Clover's Favor, Tight Grip. All right, let's try it out on these suckers. 1 hit kill? How about you? 1 and a bit. Isn't but 1 hit on the ghoul. That's my face. All right, I think we are more than ready for this fight. These brews ought to be ready by now, I imagine. 62 days. They haven't been there for 62 days. Maybe I left the server running or something. Let's hope they didn't all turn to slush. That bin requires a glass bottle. So this is what we've got. A bit of haste and saturation. Ooh, increased health. I wonder if the fact that it's aged for so long, I wonder if that's what's given it those things like max health. Malt beer, haste and saturation and attack speed. Haste and saturation and attack speed. So that didn't really seem to make any difference there. Maybe I'm missing something, but the potions seem way superior, right? I mean, these are very cheap to make. Maybe that's the difference. The infused beverages are quite cheap to make, whereas these took things like gas tears or whatever. But anyway, and then we make these 4 pylons. Uh-oh. Right, so we made it all this way. We got the gear and the potions, crafted up some pylons. But you see that shiny little lamp there? Can't believe we don't actually have it. Can't build a beacon without any nether stars. This is so embarrassing. So I guess we go kill the Wither first. Okay, I think this ought to be far enough away from our base in case anything goes wrong. Complete other side of the world. Whew. Let's hope they haven't buffed up the Wither too much. All right, we got 3 nether stars from that one fight. Let's hope the Gaia boss is as easy as that. Okay, just made a little arena here. Hopefully it's big enough. Hopefully those guys don't decide to join in the fight. There's our beacon. It looks like it wants this. Is that correct? No. Just before I place this last one, we want to make sure we're ready for the fight. I think we're ready. That's a lot of potions. Wish me luck. Ah, now I need a terrasteel ingot. I need to read the book. Wish me luck. Simply sneak right-click the beacon with the terrasteel ingot. Oh my god. Oh, it pulls me in. I gotta stay close. Where are you? What's going on here, guys? I guess it's not... Oh my god, I think the shaders have messed it up. There it is. My god. They might want to fix that. That made it really tricky. Oh, I hate the wither effect. I have no idea how much health I have left. It's very hard to talk while I'm having a massive panic attack. Looks like we're going okay. Where are you running to? That guy's got a backpack. I want that backpack. Yeah, I gotcha. I hope. Don't kill me now. One more. One or two more hits. And then peace fell upon the earth. Let's see. 8 Gaia spirit. Someone spawned in with an emerald backpack. You go on the wall. And if we build ourselves a 256k, we want to build one of these ME mana cell housings. And it looks like the biggest you can get. These are all portables. Looks like you can only get 64s, 4s, 256s, 1s, and 16s. So the 256 is the biggest we got. So if we make one of those and combine that with our fancy new mana cell, this one, let's put that in there. We might need to get some more of them. So I just threw down another mana pool here and wired this up to another AND gate. And this one will never actually get full because the idea is everything's going to be going into the ME system. And then we want to import this into the system. Oh, I just forgot a bit of redstone. We getting mana? Oh boy. And okay, we don't have to worry about whatever this Luix mana pool is. And now when we want to upgrade, I think we can just like, oops, I gifted all my mana then. That's not what we want. And you left click it to soak it up. You right click to deposit. Left click to eat up. Still some work to do for sure. But what I'm learning from this whole experience is that we probably need to set up a mob farm somewhere where we can get, oh my god, that's noisy. Somewhere where we can get like ridiculous amounts of things like ender pearls and blaze rods and yes, even nether stars. So next time, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a mob farm in spirit. Let's open some goodie bags. What's a magic legendary loot bag look like? Bit of a mad episode, but yeah, I'm really happy with how far we got with Spectrum. Sometimes you just got to knuckle down and take the time to progress, so no regrets there. Thanks so much for sticking around. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.